Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you are well by the grace of Allah with your friends and families. Welcome to our today's online class. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. This is Sifat Ferdousi, lecturer, Department of Biology, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. In my previous video, I discussed about mitochondria. Today, I will discuss with you about plastid. So dear students, let's start our lesson. We will be learned about chloroplast. Some knowledge based question we will get from today's topics. What is plastid? What is leukoplast? What is chromoplast? What is chloroplast? What is stroma and thylakoid or granum? What is stroma lamellae? What is ATP synthesis? What is quantosome? And some comprehensive based question also you will get from these topics. Identifying figure of chloroplast, why leukoplast is called colorless organelle, why chloroplasts are called semi-autonomous organelles, why flower petals have different types of colors, and some differences like difference between mitochondria and plastid and mitochondria and chloroplast. Now I will start my today's topics. Plastid, the biggest cellular organelle of plant cell, bounded by a lipid and protein mid membrane and filled with stroma or grana, is called plastid. Scientist Schimper in 1883 at first discovered plastid and named it chloroplast. Later, the other plastids were discovered. They can be clearly seen under compound microscope. Plastid is absent in fungi, bacteria, blue-green algae, and animal cell. In blue-green algae, the plasma membrane projects inwardly and forms thylakoid, and thylakoid contains chloroplast. Now, types of plastid. Plastid have so many types: etioplast, chromoplast, chloroplast, leukoplast, amyloplast, elioplast, and proteinuplast. And then I will describe all these things in my next slide. So, types of plastids. Plastids are three types: leukoplast, chromoplast, and chloroplast. First of all, leukoplast. Colorless plastid is called leukoplast. In presence of sunlight, leukoplast can be converted into chloroplast. Main function is storage of food. And the location of leukoplast: root, underground parts of stem where usually sunlight can't reach. Shape: leukoplast may be semicircular, conical, and tubular, etc. Types of leukoplast. On the basis of nature of stored foods, leukoplasts are of three types: amyloplast, that is stores carbohydrate type of food; elioplast, stores fatty type of food; aleuroplast or proteinuplast, store protein types of food. And then functions of leukoplast: to reserve food and to prepare starch type of food from carbohydrate is their main function. Then I will go for chromoplast. The colorful plastid except green is called chromoplast. They are colorful due to presence of different pigments like carotene, its orange types of color, xanthophyll, its yellow types of color. Carotene and xanthophyll are together called carotenoid. They are also different in shape. The part of the plants which are colorful, like the petals of flower, colorful fruit, seeds, roots of carrot, etc., contain chromoplast. Probably chromoplast is originated from chloroplast. And then function of chromoplast. Due to presence of chromoplast, flower and leaves are colorful and nice, which attracts insects for pollination. And then the most important Chloroplast. The green colored plastid is called chloroplast. It contains different types of pigments: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene and xanthophyll. Among the pigments, the chloroplast contain large amount of chlorophyll. This is why they are green in color. In case of plants, chloroplast is very important. In 1883, W. Schimper at first discovered green colored plastid and named it chloroplast. Chloroplast is also known as kitchen of the cell, energy converter and factory of synthesis of sugar. Number of chloroplast. The number of chloroplast in each cell can be one or more than one. Generally, each cell of higher plant contains 10 to 40 chloroplast. And then the shape of chloroplast. Chloroplasts have so many kind of shape, like cup shape is present in the chloroplast. Here you can see this is the cup shape, and then spiral shape, that is the example of Spirogyra. This is the spiral shaped, and then reticulate shaped. This is the example of Oidogonium. This is reticulate types of shape, and then girdle shaped or belt shape, that is Leukoplast. This is the girdle shaped, and then star shaped Zygonnema and spherical. So chloroplast have so many shapes. I will draw a chloroplast and I will describe about the physical structure of chloroplast. So dear students, you also draw with me. The whole chloroplast is covered by a bilayered semi-permeable membrane. So now I draw the outer layer of chloroplast. So this is the outer membrane of chloroplast. And now I will draw the inner membrane of chloroplast. And this is the inner membrane of chloroplast. Inner membrane. This is the outer layer and inner layer. This place is called stroma. Hygroscopic, colloidal matrix or lipid are bounded by membrane, and this place is called stroma. Here carbohydrate producing enzymes are present. We know that photosynthesis have two pairs. One is light dependent phase and another is light independent phase. That means light phase and dark phase. So carbon dioxide reduction reaction pathway, that is C3, C4 chem cycle occurs in this stroma. So now we will solve the what is the element are present in this stroma. So this is some sac-like or disc-like structure This is the some here so many sac-like structure or disc-like structure is present. This is called thylakoid. Every sac or disc is called thylakoid. So this is the thylakoid, and then now this disc-like or sac-like structure is combined with each other and formed a granum, and this whole thylakoid in one together is called granum. And this thylakoid attached with adjacent cell of granum and with tubule-like structure. This tubule-like structure is called stroma lamellae, and these chloroplasts have this is lipid globule. So chloroplasts have lipid globule and starch grain also present here and there. This is the starch grain, so you can see that this is the starch grain, and chloroplast have its ribosome. So this is the ribosome, and this ribosome actually 70 S types. So this is the ribosome. And one more thing, chloroplast have its own DNA, and that is circular types of DNA. Here I draw this the loop of DNA or circular types of DNA. So this is the DNA of chloroplast. So, and then after that, this is my whole chloroplast, and of course we have to write it the figure of chloroplast. Now once again I describe the structure of chloroplast. First of all, the whole chloroplast is covered by a bilayered semi-permeable membrane. In case of membrane of chloroplast, glycosyl glyceride is present instead of phospholipid. So instead of phospholipid, glycosyl glyceride is present in the membrane of chloroplast. Hygroscopic colloidal matrix or lipid are bounded by membrane, and this place is called stroma. And here carbohydrate producing enzymes are present. We know that photosynthesis has two stages, one is light phase and another is dark phase. That means carbon dioxide reaction pathway where C3, C4 and chem cycles are occurred. So this stroma occur is C3 carbon dioxide reaction pathway occurred in this stroma, and then numerous sac-like structure is present in the stroma. Sac-like or disc-like structure is called thylakoid, and then this thylakoid have its own membrane. This is called thylakoid membrane, and the chamber of thylakoid is called thylakoid chamber. This thylakoid is place of the light phase of photosynthesis. This thylakoid have some enzymes like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoid, xanthophyll, and different kinds of enzymes are present in this thylakoid chamber. These all kinds of chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene, xanthophyll and enzymes are together form a crystalline like substance. This crystalline like substance are called quantosome. So, and then this and the thylakoid membrane is attached with each other, and this is called granum. And then this thylakoid membrane or sac-like structure attached with another grana with a fine tubule, and this fine tubule is called stroma lamellae. And then stroma have some lipid globule and starch grain and ribosome, and this ribosome is 70S types of ribosome. And also most important thing that chloroplast have its own circular DNA. So that's why chloroplast is called semi-autonomous organelle. Because of why? Because with the help of ribosome and with the help of circular DNA, chloroplast can reproduce. That's why chloroplast is called semi-autonomous organelle. I hope you can understand the structure of chloroplast and why chloroplast is called semi-autonomous organelles. I will describe the chemical structure of chloroplast. Chemically, chloroplast is composed of carbohydrate, lipid, protein. The amount of different chemical components of chloroplast is lipid 10 to 20%, protein 35 to 55%. Among proteins, 80% is insoluble, which makes the membrane along with lipid of 20% is soluble and present as enzyme. Chloroplast contains green color pigment chlorophyll. Among the two types chlorophyll, 75% is chlorophyll A and the 25% is chlorophyll B. Besides, carotenoid and nucleic acid are also present. Now, the function of chloroplast. To manufacture starch by photosynthesis is the main function. Number 2, converting solar energy to bioenergy and assimilate carbon dioxide in quantosome. Number 3, to produce necessary protein and nucleic acid for chloroplast. Number 4, photophosphorylation, that is converts ADP to ATP by the help of sunlight. Number 5, to carry out photorespiration. Number 6, help in cytoplasmic inheritance. These all are function of chloroplast. Now I will differentiate the mitochondria and plastid. In my previous video I discussed about mitochondria and today I discussed about plastid. So this difference is very important for you. In mitochondria, both present in both plant and animal cell. Plastid only found in plant cell. Activity. Mitochondria, it is the respiratory organelle of the plant and animal cell. Plastid, it is food synthesis organelles of higher plants. But there is no pigment in mitochondria. Plastid have different types of pigment. The inner membrane becomes folded known as cristae in mitochondria. In plastid there is no folded membrane. Then its chamber. There is incomplete chambers due to fold of inner membrane. And in plastid there is no chamber. Storage of food. There is no storage of food materials in mitochondria. Colorless plastid, that is leukoplastid, store different types of foods. And the main chemical components. Main chemical components are protein, lipid and nucleic acid. And then plastid. Main chemical components are protein, lipid, chlorophyll and enzyme. And these all are the difference between mitochondria and plastid. Now it's homework time. Your homework will be difference between mitochondria and chloroplast. Please submit your homework in your respective subject-wise homework. So dear students, I hope you all enjoyed our today's online class. If you have any query, please ask your subject teacher. Thank you for being with me. Stay home and stay safe. Take care. Allah Hafiz.